Assalamu alaikum ji. Hope you are doing good. This is Usman Abid and you are watching my YouTube channel. Today I'll give you a brief overview of Specific Relief Act 1877. From tomorrow I'll go through the whole sections of this particular act. This act is very important from the practice point of view, especially for those lawyers who does practice in civil law, and also for those law students who wants to practice in civil law. I'll give you an example of this one, that why this particular act is very important. See, if a client comes to you, he will just tell you the facts of his case, but he won't tell you that what kind of suit you need to file, what kind of relief you need to claim from the court. He won't tell you that file a suit for possession or declaration or specific performance of the contract. It is the lawyer, it is us who will determine, who will decide, considering the facts of that client's case, that what kind of relief we need to claim from the court, what kind of suit we need to file. Do we need to file a suit for possession or declaration? It's all up to the lawyer. That's why we must have the in-depth knowledge of Specific Relief Act. Generally, there is a perception that this particular act is very tough, it's very difficult, but in fact it is not. What this act is providing us, it is just telling us the different types of reliefs that we can claim from the court under different scenarios, different facts. So let's see that what kind of reliefs are provided under a Specific Relief Act. There are 8 types of different reliefs are provided in this act, which we can claim from the court. Number 1, suit for possession. We can claim the recovery of possession. That starts from section 8 and goes up till section 11. Section 8 and 9 are regarding immovable property, and 10, 11 is about immovable property. So first one, recovery of possession. The second relief is provided specific performance of the contract. It starts from section 12 and goes up till section 30. It tells that in different scenarios what kind of relief for the performance of the contract we can claim from the court. It is a lengthy one, this portion, but we'll see this one in detail in the next lectures. The third one is rectification of instrument. So what is an instrument? An instrument is a legal document or a deed which conveys rights from one person to another. It starts from section 31 and goes up till section 34. That means that if there is any mistake in any instrument, we can file a suit for rectification of that instrument. So the next relief is rescission of contracts. It starts from section 35 and goes up till section 38. So if any contract is unlawful or becomes voidable, so we can file for the cancellation of the contract or rescission of the contract. This relief is provided under Specific Relief Act. The next relief is provided cancellation of instrument. If we want to if we want the cancellation of instrument, we can file a suit for cancellation of that instrument. The next relief is provided declaratory decree. If we want court to declare something, that my name is Usman Abid or my date of birth is such and such, so if I want court to declare that my date of birth is such and such, we can file a suit for declaration. We'll see that one in detail afterwards. Next one, 7th one, is appointment of a receiver. It starts from section it is provided in section 44. Regarding any property or any dispute regarding any property. If we want court to appoint a receiver, so we can file a suit for that receiver. We can claim for appointment of receiver. This is also provided in Specific Relief Act. The next one is injunctions. It starts from 54 to 57. We all know what are injunctions. We'll see that one in details. Injunctions means to ask court to order to do something or ask somebody not to do something. There are two types, temporary and permanent. So these are 8 different types of reliefs are provided under Specific Relief Act. We'll see them in details from the next lecture. One thing I would say here, that if we want to have the complete understanding of any law subject, we need to read from Bare Act, because every provision of law, every word of the law have a meaning. Our law is logic based. So it is my suggestion that whenever you are studying the law, please read from the Bare Act. So this is all about Specific Relief Act. It's not that tough. There are just only 8 different types of reliefs are provided in this under this act. We'll see them in detail from the next lectures. Thank you very much. Take care.